Good evening. This is Empire Crypto TV, and you are with Stone here on the show. This is a show about the financial market, particularly cryptocurrency, especially, but we're also looking at other markets as well. But today, looking at the daily chart right here on my side, I have the Bitcoin. So, the main question is if someone has been following the markets, could the BTC be on a rise this week? I have confidence in that, not because I work for Empire Crypto TV or I am a speculator of Bitcoin, but it is because of the technicalities that are revealing this knowledge that I am conveying, thinking. And there is a great possibility that there could be a bullish trend. The reason why that I might be a little bit skeptic is because of what's happening in and around the world, because anything can happen while the BTC will be going up, and there's an assurance that the BTC could be going up. BTC right now is at 40,000 or more than $40,000 per coin. Yesterday, when I was doing the show, the BTC was around $39,000 going up. And of course, I did even do an analysis with regards in the Bitcoin space, particularly the Bitcoin. I have looked into it, and we see that engulfing pattern that has occurred. Something that I've spoken about before. But before that, I have my support and resistance. First, let me just show that I have my support right here at $35,000 per coin. And then I have my resistance right there at 45,000. So 35 and 45. There's my support at 35 and my resistance at 45. If there could be a breakthrough from $45,000 upwards, then there is a possibility that the Bitcoin or cryptocurrency be on a rise, or we can be seeing it going on an uptrend. But now, particularly speaking, we're talking about the daily chart. I'm looking at the daily chart right now. Okay, this is very important because this pattern that has occurred, which is the engulfing candlestick, is a very strong pattern, is a very strong sign. Shows that, though there's been these bearish trends that have been occurring for a number of days and weeks because of the turbulence that is happening around the market and around the world initially, that it's time for Bitcoin to also regain its strength back to its bullish trend. So not just that sideways trend where you see the market undecided whether it's going to go up or down, but to see a decisive trend, that initially shows that the market is going up. We were experiencing a very bearish trend in last month in February. Now we are in the middle of March, the date which is the 16th. And this could be a possibility that we could be seeing the signs of a bullish trend for BTC. And I do have some notes that can back this up. I did share them with the audiences yesterday, which entails or also explains the current situation of Bitcoin right now. Is we are in this situation whereby we just have seen this engulfing bullish candlestick that has formed right here, like you can see on my theory. This is something that has been put forward by analysts that have come in the market, experienced analysts. Elliott wave theory was created by Mr. Elliott himself, experienced back in the 1950s, made thousands and $50 million. So every time when I am looking and doing research, I do convey with some of the most experienced traders out there who know what they are doing, who are putting up this information for traders and investors to be speculated. So I'm just gonna go through this once again, in respect for people who have not known, or maybe for the first time watching the show. I know there are people who have watched this show and they've seen this 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 description of the bullish engulfing a number of times here on the show Empire Crypto TV. But before I go on, I'd like to invite one and all of you out there. Please invite your friends. Okay, this is a very informative show, educational show. We educate more than anything else than to entertain. Our entertainment is based on education. And please share the live show and be sure to subscribe and win some Shiba coins right there. Okay, so now let's go to deep market analysis right now. Okay, let us just read on. In this pattern, the real body of the bearish candlestick is encompassed by the body of the consequential bullish candle. So I read this before, but I'm going to read it again. Okay, this indicates an increase in activity from both bears and bulls and a shift of overall market sentiment towards the bullishness. So could be a shift now to the bullishness of the market. I've read this before yesterday. I'm reading it again because this is the current situation that we're in. Looking at the daily chart now, the reason why I'm saying this could be a weekly thing, because daily charts are very powerful in a sense, because every candlestick that you see here represents one day. This is a day's worth of a candlestick action that you see right here. And another confirmation that can also help us to have an assurance that this is a short bullish trend or an uptrend for BTC is my exponential moving average right there on the top. As you can see, those red and green line, the red line being the 9-period exponential moving average, and then the green line being the 26-period exponential moving average. So you have the 6-period exponential moving average and then the 26-period exponential moving averages. So the crossover, as we see these crosses, if the green line comes above, obviously shows that it is a bearish trend. And then if the red line, like here, likewise, comes above, then it shows a bullish trend. So until we see that confirmation here, now it's not quite clear for now, because the green line is still on top of the red line, which shows that the market is at its bearish stage, not yet at its full bullish momentum. But we hope to see that in the days to come, if you are someone speculating for a bullish trend within the BTC market. So until we see these lines do a crossover, then we can confirm this bullish engulfing pattern to be a strong sign that Bitcoin could go as high as $45,000 per coin. Right now it's at $40,000 per coin. Imagine if you are a trader looking to enter the market. This could be the opportunity for you to buy or to put a buy order or to buy a cryptocurrency of some sort, or because Bitcoin is the mother of all cryptocurrencies. How so? Let us look at marketcap.com. CoinMarketCap.com will reveal to you that Bitcoin has 42.9% within the cryptocurrency space. That's a lot. And then Ethereum followed by the Ether, which is 18.1%. Okay, of dominance. Okay, now this is dominance. So Bitcoin dominates. So if I speak of Bitcoins going up, it is likely that the other cryptocurrencies will be going up as well. On a 7-day scale, though, Bitcoin is not doing so well because it has lost 4.9%. But I think that will change over time. It will skip and increase over time. And then on a 24-hour basis, as we can see, that bullish candlestick forming is at 2.54%. So that is the confidence, the beginning of the confidence for BTC right now. Ethereum has gained more than Bitcoin and has lost less than Bitcoin. So Ethereum, between Ethereum and Bitcoin, Ethereum is doing pretty well, or better than Bitcoin, if I should put it, because Ethereum is sitting at 3.28% on a rise. Bitcoin is still at 2.53% on a rise for a 24-hour action. Okay, but on a 7-day, both of them are still on a bearish, but the Ethereum is still doing quite fine. These are two major coins that are representative in the cryptocurrency space. That being said, I'll remain with my support level right there at $35,000. So most people don't, or people who are trading for, who are speculating for and investing for, and who are for BTC, do not want to see Bitcoin coming back to these levels where Bitcoin goes below $35,000. And my support is right there on the spot, on the $35,000 mark, which was a relevant position for quite some time, until it regained strength and went to $40,000, then came back again. But now BTC is at $40,000. It's in between my support and resistance level. So the most likely position that Bitcoin could go is an uptrend position, or a bullish trend that it can form at this point in time, as I am looking at it. If you enter this market right now at $40,000 and going up to $45,000, a trader could make a handsome amounts of profits in the next week or in the week. So I am advocating this for this week. I don't know what can happen the following week, but at the same time, anything can happen. Fundamental news can come in that can change the scenario that we are looking at. Could come back down again, maybe to its 30,000 to its $39,000 per coin. But right now, as Bitcoin, as it pushes, it's likely that it will keep on pushing up and up again. But not only Bitcoin is experiencing a bullish trend. So news came out, okay, as we all have experienced the effect of war in the market, okay. Also on Wall Street, okay, Wall Street surges on Ukraine peace talks as Fed decision eyed. So these news are sort of like giving some sort of optimism to traders, so they sort of like gaining confidence. And these news are also affecting the market. So even stocks like Google have taken a hike in this last 24 hours. Now, remember, Bitcoin and stocks are said to be moving in a hurdle, meaning that they are moving together. So when the Bitcoin rises up, that the stocks are also rising up, especially nowadays. But the percentage is different, and the raise of rising is different, because sometimes Bitcoin can be more aggressive than the stocks, hence we have seen before. I'm gonna just look at one stock, which is the Google price, right? There was a jump that I saw. Look at that candlestick right there. Okay, so when the market opened, like let's say today, or maybe 2 days back, because this is a 1 hour chart. Okay, no, not okay. Today, in fact, this is a 1 hour chart. So this happened like 1, 2, 3, 4 hours ago. There was a huge jump. You see these gaps. It's a bullish gap, and that bullish gap means that the opening was higher, far more higher, and it exceeded the closing of the previous hour's trading time. So when the opening occurred on the next hour, the market just jumped like that. And then, but once again, like I say, Bitcoin could be on an aggressive rise, but for the stock market, it could be a different story. But this is a 1 hour chart, of course. Let me not compare it 1 hour and the daily chart. This is a 1 hour chart for the stock, looking at the Google stock, but seeing it a little bit consolidating back to its 26,000 mark, but it went as far as 26,600. It was looking to go to 2680, but it came back to 2619. But that's what I'm saying. But on the other side, you have UK oil commodities are not doing as well as they were doing like last week, where we saw them with an aggressive bullish trend that has formed. But you can see now with commodities falling down, UK oil to 98, even less than 100. Okay, some people were asking, if could oil could go to 150, but it did not. It just stopped at 120 or something. But look at it now. What a smash! The from where it was, and then it comes back, and then it's way below at 100 points, and it's at 98.32. You see, so commodities might have had a strong bullish trend last week, but eventually now they are looking not so strong as they were last week. So that's the market there. That is the interesting thing about the market. It's volatility. That volatility is something that people prey on. Without volatility, it's hard to go on the market, because if you want to see something rising up and up again, it cannot be safe, not all the time. Okay, let us just read on the story on the Wall Street surges on Ukraine. So we just want to hear the latest about the Ukraine issue and how it has affected the market as a whole. Wall Street's main indexes jumped on Wednesday, propelled by technology and financial stocks, as signs of progress in Ukraine-Russia peace talks lifted sentiment ahead of a widely expected interest rate hike by the Federal Reserve. So to answer your question, so the interest rate hike is a confirmed thing that it will happen. As soon as it happens, I hope to track it down as news, because I want to see what the market, how the market will react, especially on the cryptocurrency space side, because it might affect the stocks in a different way. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong, but I'm just interested of what's going to happen this March. Okay, new talk of compromise from both Moscow and Kiev on a status for Ukraine outside of NATO lifted hope on Wednesday for a potential breakthrough after 3 weeks of war. So they are negotiating peace talks, trying to stop this war, because obviously it's a devastating thing. Okay, so these news could also have had a bullish sentiment over the cryptocurrency space, fundamentally speaking. So it's not only just on a technical expertise that we see Bitcoin on a bullish trend or cryptocurrencies, but also on a technical expertise, we are seeing it on a bullish sentiment. Okay, we can look at other markets as well. No news, in fact. Let me just go through some news. Of course, some news came up about Ethereum, about their latest developments, something that I've been speaking about. 3 reasons why Ethereum price can still retest 3,000K this month. Okay, this is for Ethereum lovers. I know there are a lot of people out there who favor Ethereum more than Bitcoin. So sometimes I like to bring up news about Ethereum, because Ethereum, since it has a major spectrum of projects that surrounds it, NFT, smart contracts, and so forth. A mix of technical, fundamental, and on-chain indicators shows Ether's price could boom higher as Q1 winds down. Okay, goes on to say, So these major operations taking place. So the Ethereum network or the Ethereum community has positive or optimistic levels on Ethereum as price paints symmetrical triangle. I'll show you the symmetrical triangle that they are talking about. It's pasted on the chart. Okay. The first interim bullish outlook for Ether ironically comes from a bearish continuation pattern, okay, which we all see notably adds 50% plus decline from its all-time high of around 4,650 on December 2nd, which was a bullish trend that we saw in 2021, okay, followed up with forming a consolidation channel called a symmetrical triangle. Thus, the Ethereum token has been fluctuating between a falling upper trend line and a rising lower trend line since the beginning of this year. Same with Bitcoin as well. Now, what they talk about the symmetrical triangle, this is the symmetrical triangle that they speak of. So the traders and speculators, technical analysts have this vision that this symmetrical triangle will have to have a breakout strategy. So when you are looking at some of these common patterns, symmetrical triangles are also some of the common patterns that you find within the trading platforms that are used constantly for repetitive patterns or like head and shoulders and so forth. These symmetrical triangles, some of them are known as wedges or falling wedges. Some of them are known as breakout strategies. Now, this is a breakout strategy that they are speaking of, that it could come back and retrace to $3,000 per coin, per Ether. So this symmetrical triangle is for now locked in. I think they were looking at, let me see, I just want to see the time frame that they might be using. Not quite clear now, but okay, maybe it's a long-term time frame outlook for them. But this breakout strategy is what is going to be hoped for, because that's what the confidence they have. Now, why is this so much confidence on Ethereum particularly? Ether versus US dollar latest retested the triangle's lower trend line as support. That is your support. As I also have support, I can have like, like support and resistance. They don't have to be, a straight line like my one and just put, okay, this is my support, this is my resistance. You can also have a form of support and resistance in this form, in the form of a triangle, whereas maybe you have this angle here, this line here going up as your support and as your resistance right there. And it can have a shape, or in the form of a shape of a symmetrical triangle, for instance. Since then, as price has rebounded by as much as 9.26%, closing above the 20-day EMA resistance, EMA exponential moving average, the one that I have just explained to you right now, on March 16th to reach almost 2,750. A decisive rebound move accompanied by a rise in trading volumes could have Ether eye the triangle's upper trend line as its next upside targeted near $3,000. Not only now Bitcoin is expected to have so much power. On my heading, I should have said, crypto on the rise instead of just BTC alone, because also Ethereum seems to be having this positive vibration, especially amongst the community itself. The merge, okay, it says on March 15, yesterday, Ethereum developer Tim Baker announced that they have successfully tested the merge on the clean test net, raising speculation that the protocol would completely switch from proof of work to proof of stake. Now, that's the project that Ethereum is looking to have, that I've spoken about before. So from proof of work to proof of stake, it means that now the Ether will move from Ether to Ether 2.0. That's the new level that Ethereum looks to be. And I'm sure as soon as this project develops, as soon as it hits its development stages or its debut, or as soon as it debuts, we're gonna see some major changes with regards to Ethereum itself as a whole. The euphoria around the merge has acted as one of the main bullish prospects behind Ethereum's growth since the introduction of its first consensus layer upgrade in December 2020. So now we are in 2022. So the same thing that happened back in 2020 when we saw the growth of the Ethereums, it could happen again this year in 2022, but this is a major shift from what we experienced in 2020. But this shift that is going to be taking on is based on technicality, on proof of work, from proof of work, sorry, to proof of stake. Arcane Research noted in its latest weekly report that a total of 312,000 validators staked 10 million ETH on the merge, also called Ethereum 2.0 smart contract. I was doing a research on Ethereum, and I also asked, could Ethereum be the next king of cryptocurrencies? That amounts to nearly $26 billion worth of Ether, more than 8% of its total circulating supply now locked away. The prospects of more Ether going out of circulation, coupled with the hopes of higher demand, have pushed its price up by nearly 360% from its December 2020 low of around 525 to date. Wow. Okay. All right, I'll stop right there. Okay, so that is the news that are coming out of Ether. Not only just Bitcoin could be on a rise, but this is a long term for Ethereum. When I was referring to Bitcoin, I'm talking about this week. Bitcoin this week is having major moves. This is a long term thing that in 2022, if you're an investor of Ethereum, it is important for you to look into as well. So a lot of things that will happen in Ethereum will only just bolster it, or will only just put it on a surge in the days to come, of course. All right. And of course, currently, right now, the main issue and the main purpose for this broadcast is to ask ourselves on this week, looking at the daily chart, how far this bullish trend will last. It is possible that it can go as far as, say, for instance, $42,000. Okay, that's just my lower resistance, if I should put it like that. Then my highest resistance is, of course, $45,000 per coin. So if you're a trader, take advantage if you can. You can just put your faith in the fact that I have shared with you this information, and of course, alongside with this information, of course, of the engulfing candlestick, which is a theoretical way of putting it. So I have the theory, expertise of it, and I have the fundamental expertise of it. Although these are not cryptocurrency news, they can affect cryptocurrency as well, of course. And of course, I have it on a technical expertise. By looking at this price action, I can see this is an engulfing candlestick. And of course, looking at your exponential moving average of 9 period, which is the red line, and 26 period, which is the green line. The crossover that we see, that we might experience on the daily chart, is powerful enough to set the idea that Bitcoin in the next days to come, or in this week or so, could be on a bullish run. I can wake up tomorrow and see a large red candlestick just forming, bashing down. I'll have to go do research to see what has caused this. Because technically speaking, fundamentally speaking, theory speaking, all uh, all evidence is pointing out that cryptocurrencies or Bitcoin are on a rise. Coin market cap, on the other side, hasn't changed much. I think it's still sitting on 1.7 on the overall. Let me see. You see, it's at 1.7, but very close now to becoming 1.8. Another thing that you can also use the coin market cap as a confirmation, but not so much, but it's also helps to understand that, to see that market cap volume on a daily rising up. So there is volume. When you see volume, which means more people are getting involved in investing or trading, whatever so they might be interested in when they are entering the crypto market space. So, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are, like to thank you, because I'm coming to the close of the show. Please be sure to catch me same time, same place here at Empire Crypto TV, as we're gonna plunge into other business and other financial markets expertise and analyzing the Bitcoin. Let's see what happens tonight. And if you are a trader out there, always be sure to be safe. Do your research wherever you are. If you wanna go, and if you are a first timer, and please seek advice. Please do your research and seek advice. Don't get too excited about what you see on the market and on the charts, and you see these candlesticks and think that you're gonna get rich quick. No, you need to have some experience, and you need some guidance as well, especially if you're new. So that's my advice to you, and thank you very much for joining me at Empire Crypto TV tonight, and I shall see you when I see you again. Thank you.